What's up, y'all? SpeedFreak6988. Figured I'd get on here and address some issues that I've been having for the past couple days. Give y'all a little bit of insight about the real me and how I operate. Well, we'll start with the basic stuff. Okay. Earlier today, I was going through Facebook, all that stuff, and I happened to say something about a comment that was slightly incorrect, and I just was like, okay, well, this is what it is. You got a little bit wrong, no big deal. Well, apparently, because I corrected said person, they basically told me I was a worthless piece of shit that I should go fuck off, die, and kill myself. I don't know why y'all internet trolls think y'all are funny. Y'all think y'all are cute. Y'all bait people in. Y'all think that people aren't smart enough to see you for what you are. You're nothing but basically people who have a grudge against society, and it's misplaced. There's no place for it in the world. That's basically the same thing as cyberbullying. And I look at cyberbullying the same way that I look at real bullying. You know how I look at real bullying? I tell you like it is. You want to talk shit to me? Approach me face to face. Don't do it behind a keyboard. I'll even tell you who I am and where I live if it's that big of an issue, which 90% of the time it's not. And even if I did that, 98% of the time, whoever's saying it wouldn't show up just because they're trolling people online and it's freaking stupid. My other issue today was people keep bringing up my past, talking about what a fuck up I've been my whole life. Honestly, between me and y'all, I'm not a fuck up. I've had a lot of problems growing up. I grew up with ADHD. When I was 12 or 13, I had to watch my father die. It took 7 months, and I was the one to find him, and that scarred me emotionally. It's still not something I'm completely over, but I'm an adult now. I gotta do my thing, and I gotta keep moving. It's just one of those things. Uh, I grew up around alcoholism and drug addiction, which luckily I steered clear of both of them because it runs in my family. I mean, I'm not slamming anybody in my family, but it's a well known fact. It's just something that's always been in my family, probably always will be, and there's nothing I can really do about it. But that's majorly the reason why I went into the army when I did at 20, was to get away from all that. I was not going to fall into the same pratfalls as everybody else I knew. I've got friends who are locked up for life for drug possession, trafficking. I had a friend growing up that got charged for second degree murder because his girlfriend decided she wanted to commit suicide, and she basically forced him into shooting her while he wrestled with her for his gun. Had to deal with that. I've got severe anxiety. I suffer from manic depression. I have a part of my brain that's about the size of a quarter that, because of an injury that I sustained in Afghanistan, is completely dead on the rationality side of my brain. Most of the time I function like a normal person, but sometimes the wires get crossed because that part of my brain also affects my cognitive memory, and I'm forgetful. It's I'll forget small things. Like I forgot most of my schooling. I can't remember any of it. I can barely remember my childhood, and there's things from my teenage years that I can't remember. It's not to me, it wasn't a major issue. It's something I learned to live with. It's something I've learned to deal with. The thing that irritates me is it keeps coming back to that the whole reason why I don't have friends is because of my personality, and that I don't know if it's a sense of entitlement with people or whatever. Not everybody's guilty of this, but I have, over the last couple years, I've had a lot of people in my life use and abuse me profusely. It's it came down to the point where I just left in the middle of the night. I said I was fucking done. I was tired of it. I wasn't dealing with it no more, and I just left. I went from that situation to a different situation that I ended up having to move twice because we lost the house the first time and I didn't know nothing about it, and the second time I had to bug our landlord to find out that he completely lost the house, which broke our lease. He was no longer our landlord, so I came back to West Virginia because I was not dealing with the stuff in Virginia. Because sadly, I was born in Virginia Beach. I went back to Virginia and I absolutely hated it. I hated everything about it. I hated the way the people acted. I hate the way they drive. I hate the way they treat each other. There, it basically comes down to you are not allowed to speak freely. Anything you say, people will judge you harshly for, and they will even come at you for. And I'm the kind of person, unless you're carrying a big stick, don't come at me like that because it's gonna hurt. Because I fought for those freedoms that everybody takes for granted, and I am personally sick and tired of people treating me like shit and talking down to me because they can. So basically, what I'm getting at here is if you're my friend, cool. If you got something negative to say, go ahead and say it, but be prepared for the fallout because I'm not biting my tongue with people anymore. If you say something against me and I catch wind of it, I'm gonna come at you with it, and I'm gonna ask you what the hell your problem is, and what do we need to do to resolve it, because I'm personally fed up with people pulling this crap on me because there's no point of it. If you're in my past, you're in my past for a reason. Either you walked away from me or you did something to me to make me walk away from you. It's that simple. Because I don't just up and abandon people like that. I'm also the kind of person that if I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, I'm not going to stay where I'm at. Because that's just not good for my mental health. If there's no positivity or any chance of me bettering myself, I'm not going to stay there. That was the major reason why I left Virginia, besides the fact that the landlord lost the house. I did not see that light. I saw no opportunity for improvement. I was working there for a while and then I got laid off, and then I could not find a job after that to save my ass because my previous employers got sued. I don't know what the deal, I don't know what all happened there was, but I got laid off. I got to work twice in 6 months. And then when I applied for other jobs, they would ask me, well, what about previous employment? And I'd be like, well, I was working this job, but I got laid off because I got sued for, I think it was sexual discrimination or some, no, racism. That's what it was. It was racism now that I think about it, supposed racism. I don't know. I wasn't there the day that that happened, but apparently the employers took it that it was me that was the racist, and that's not the case at all. There's nothing. I have equal respect for everybody, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, Arabic. It doesn't matter. I've got the same respect for everybody that they show me. If you show me respect, I'll show you respect. It's just how it is. If you're one of the people that keeps bringing up my past and you see this video, do me a favor. Stop. Because you're bringing back twinges in my life that I purposely blocked out on purpose. Because I just got tired of dealing with all of it. Quit reminding me of all the bad crap in my past. It's in the past. I'm trying to move forward with my life and get things moving the right direction. If you don't like it, then go somewhere else. I don't really care anymore. I'm sorry for ranting, but I figured I'd get that off my chest before it started showing up in my video feeds where I start getting irritated and everything. Let y'all know what was going on. Okay, well, I'll go ahead and cut this here. This has been Speed Freak 6988, and as always, keep it classy and respect one another, please.